Okay, random moment right now. First song that comes to your mind. Just sing it. Sing the chorus.
When I wake up in the morning. I don't know the words though, so I can't sing it.
What song is that?
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes. La 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 la. It's gonna be a lovely day. Lovely day.
Oh,
Do you know that song?
wow. No, I don't think so.
What? Bill Withers' Lovely Day?
I
Just
don't know.
one look at you. You know it.
I probably do. I'm really annoyed at myself because I have one of the most annoying songs ever stuck in my head, and I keep singing it over and over in my brain.
What is it?
Honestly, why are my clothes out on the street?
I don't know what that
You
is.
know what? And I gotta go because I got no problem with saying goodbye.
No, what is it?
Hot Shell Ray. Because
No.
honestly, I just don't care. Nah, nah, nah. Oh my God. It was a radio song when we were in college, and I don't know why it's in my head right now, but it's
That's
such
why
a
I don't know
whiny
it.
little bitchy song.
That's like, okay, so since it's college, that's why I don't know it. Like anything from like '09 to like 2013, I was way too like in my hipster days to ever listen to anything on the radio. I thought I
Mm.
was too cool. But I did know Hot Shell Ray, LOL, at the name of that band because that's
Hmm.
the most annoying freaking band ever because they sing that
Yeah.
da 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 whatever. Da,
Yeah.
da.
Nah, nah. Doesn't matter. Da, da, da. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's so annoying. It's just the
Tonight.
worst.
Tonight. Yeah. And that's the same song. Like the song I was singing is definitely just
Kind of
whiny and
goes.
annoying like that one.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
So
essentially
I
you have
hate
that
myself.
song. So essentially you have that song in your head. Like I can just picture it like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
hopefully throughout this process of talking spring break, spring cleaning, decluttering, mind, body, and soul, maybe my mind can kick this song because I hate it.
Oh my God, that's a great segue. Yes, declutter that song out of your headspace.
Yeah, yuck.
Yeah,
How
it's
am I
like
supposed to have a good Sunday with that thing and just rolling around in my brain?
I don't know. It's like high vibe. I mean, there could
It
be worse
is.
songs.
There could be. What would a worse song be?
Probably the other one that they sing, or like "Fun" by SpongeBob or something. Wait, no, no, no. Those would even be like high vibe. I'm thinking like, oh, something just dreary and dreadful. Like, I don't know what's like a
Such a
jump.
lonely day, and it's mine.
What's that?
They sing Chop Suey. Why am System of the Down?
Oh, I don't
The
know
most
anything by them.
loneliest day of my life.
Or like "Puddle of Mud." She fucking hates me.
Oh God.
Yeah, annoying, but not like
Person.
bad vibes. So it is going to be a
Yeah.
lovely Sunday. We're talking a little bit about spring cleaning, and now's the time when we start to like slowly transition into spring. And it's kind of a cool time of year because I do love winter, but I love like the in between seasons because I feel like you really notice the small things that are changing, and it makes you like super present.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not gonna take this for granted the whole summer. And then guess what? We will. Once it gets to like end of July, we're like, fall. Fuck yeah, fall.
Yeah, inevitably you do, like for sure.
Yeah.
But like as of right now, like last week there was like a lot of 55-degree days. And
Hmm.
then I automatically went to go take my dog out for a walk yesterday. And it was like 20 degrees, and I just assumed it was still gonna be nice out, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was like the rug was pulled from under
I
me.
know, but have you looked at the weather going forward?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's like all 50s, sometimes 60, low 60s, obviously.
Sweet.
So
Let's go. Let's fucking
let's
go.
fucking go. I know. I'm just waiting. It's been super nice out, but I'm just waiting for the day that I can open my windows, and that triggers me to just like totally get into like the spring cleaning mode.
I
Just waiting for
agree.
that.
I agree. Like I feel like when you open the windows and you're cleaning, like the dust like and the smells go out the window. Like
Yeah,
like
exactly.
not that it's stinky, it's just like
No, but when you're
ugh,
cleaning in the winter, it's like, yeah, I'm
stuffy.
dusting, I'm vacuuming, but it's all trapped inside still. There's just something about opening the window and feeling like everything's actually exiting.
Yeah, I agree. Like a clean sweep and um yeah, it's just a time of rebirth and spring cleaning. Now, are you naturally a clean person or do you live in organized chaos?
I would say I'm naturally like a decluttered person. I think everything has a spot in my house for the most part, but I could do better at deep cleaning. Do you know what I
Um,
mean? Like
yeah,
I do it and I make myself do it, but dusting and vacuuming is such a chore for me. And then if I skip it one week, it's daunting for me to catch up on. I dread it. But
yeah.
things are usually picked up aside from my closet. Maddie knows my closet can get unorganized and then my ADD just like cannot. I'm either all in or I'm all out with that.
I'm with you there. Like when I'm
Yeah.
decluttering, it's like I have to pull out everything and put it on the floor
Hmm.
and like it's all or nothing kind of
It
thing.
gets worse before it gets better.
But
Yeah.
then it forces me to throw away a lot of stuff, which like or donate, but like impulsively, I find that I end up throwing or donating a lot of things, and then a week later, I'm like, should I have gotten rid of that? And I think that's like everyone's worst fear.
I know. I was going to say, you seem like someone that probably purges during spring cleaning.
Yeah, I try to like once a quarter, but I don't know. I think like the transition into like the clothes situation makes me then start to switch everything up. So like I get rid
Yeah.
of my sweaters and hang those in like the other closet, and that then gets me like going. I feel like.
I think my problem is I put everything in a spot that I don't want. And every year I say I'm going to have a garage sale because I live right off of this main strip in Dubuque that a lot of garage sales happen. It gets a lot of traffic. So I'm always like, I think a garage sale will go well.
Oh my God, I
And I
forgot
have.
about garage sales. That's very
And
spring.
I never had one. And I still have garage sale things there. And it gets to the point where my dad will come over and he's such a Facebook market guy. He'll just start putting things on my lower drive and posting for free for people to come pick it up
Heck yeah.
because he can't stand it. My garage is my clutter zone. That's
Like,
where I like if I'm getting rid of it, if I don't know where to put it, it
are
goes
you
in my
talking
garage.
big items or like small things? Like, do you have big stuff?
I have a few big items right now that I actually put under my solarium for safekeeping that I want to get rid of that I actually think is worth money. But if it's small things, I have a this folding table in my garage that has some boxes on it, and I just like keep adding boxes to it.
Mm,
It's not
yeah,
I'm really outing myself here, but
out
I
of
want it out
sight.
of sight, out of mind, and for me, that's my garage until the summertime comes. But
Yeah, but then it's out of sight. So then you're not like thinking about getting rid of it.
yeah, exactly. It's not a top priority anymore. But no, we're already getting off track. We were like, we don't know where this conversation's going to go today in garage sales.
I literally
We can
forgot.
table that.
Let's talk about those again later because
Okay,
I have
but we
I have
can't
thoughts.
get too far ahead of ourselves. Why are you mad this week, Maddie?
So why am I mad this week? This was a hard week to come up with something. I don't know. I guess I just feel like everybody right now is super like grumpy. It's kind of getting towards the end of like we just talked about. It's going from winter to spring, and I feel like everyone kind of suffered a little bit of sad seasonal depression, and I feel like we just needed things to change up a little bit because everyone around me, whether it's at work, home, family, I feel like everyone's just a little bit grumpy, and then myself included. So maybe
Yeah.
it is just me, but I just get grumpy vibes. So I am just ready for the sun to stay out later and earlier.
Yeah. And that's coming soon. I'm really excited about that. But I feel you. I was actually talking about this a few days ago where I'm like, I just feel like pale and gross. And there's just so many things that a little warmth and sunshine would help cure right now.
Yes. Just take the edge
And
off. Just take the edge off a little bit.
yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping, and I think people are skeptical of the nice weather we've been having. Everyone is like, yes, it feels good now, but we all know how March and April go. So they're not letting it fool them. And that's almost even more depressing.
Yeah, we always have that false spring here in the
Yeah.
Midwest. And I feel like we're not fully letting go and letting it be spring yet, which, I mean, it's March 2nd right now. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I know, Maddie, you and I, before we press record, we were even talking about how we just like feel bloated and like our bodies just are craving activity, getting outside for those walks again. Oh my gosh, I'm already like, I'm gonna hike. I'm gonna get a new bike this summer. I biked a few times last summer and I'm so excited to do that this summer. So I'm just itching for it. I'm very impatient right now for
yeah,
full on spring.
transitionary.
Yeah,
What about you?
I
What
feel
are you
you
mad
on
about?
that. I want to say again, yeah, not a lot to be mad about right now, and I'm not necessarily mad about this, but I had a hair appointment this week, and I dyed
We
my
can
hair,
tell.
and
We can tell. I
yeah,
love it.
so but you guys don't judge because I did come from the gym and try to freshen up last minute. I was coming in hot from the gym to record this episode, so this is the best I could do. But I cut in some bangs, and I was telling Maddie like, I need to figure out how to style these bad boys. This is still my blowout from when she did it, but there's some little wispy guys that can go across, and I don't know. I need to find product, and my hair person, which is Emily Martins, who was on our show in the past, is my hairstylist, and she killed it. She switched salons, and they don't have Orbe anymore. Have you ever tried Orbe texture spray?
Yes, but it was like $100 and lasted like 2 days. So I said, I can't do this, but it
I
is the
think
best.
it's cheaper than that, but yeah, it's also you can only get it at salons.
It was like
So
50, but
yeah, it is expensive, but it smells so good. And that's what I'm kind of mad about is like, yeah, the price is high. It's hard to get your hands on, and
it does not last long.
it doesn't last long, but it smells so good and nothing compares to it. I went to Ulta and I tried like a Bumble and Bumble texture spray, and it's either too much, too gritty. I don't know. It's just the perfect combination. And
Like the blue
she already
texture
gave
spun one
she
or
gave me
whatever.
her blessing, and she's giving everyone her blessing to still go to her old salon to get it and support them. But I'm just sad that it's not as attainable now that I got these bad boys. So
These bad boys.
such
Bangs.
such a huge problem to have.
Also a transitionary period for your hair.
Yeah, I think that's why I did it. I was like, I need change. So toned it a little more strawberry than normal. Went with the bangs, trying to cure the seasonal depression.
It's a low stakes time. I mean, there's not a lot of events.
Yeah. I mean, by the time people see me, it will be May, and I'll have made the decision of if they stay or go.
And like you'll have the little grown out look too, like which is also
Yeah.
like tones it down a little bit.
Right. Exactly.
Well, let's get back into spring cleaning. Let's talk about like the physical spring cleaning first, organizing, kind of what you would think about when spring cleaning comes to mind. And then we'll go into more of like the mind and body afterwards. But
I like it.
is there anything specific on your list that you want to spring clean or declutter this year?
I already mentioned it, but my garage is one of the first things I want to tackle this spring. I already mentioned my garage. That's my main thing I want to declutter right away in the spring, because I am planning on getting a new bike. It's not a huge garage, it's extra long. I want to hang a bike somewhere in there. I need to be able to hang the roof of my vehicle. I want to get rid of some of the clutter that I've just stacked in there over the winter. And then I also renovated my kitchen when I first moved in like 7 years ago and took down a row of cabinets, and they have been sitting on the floor in my garage ever since. So I also want to get those hung just for better organization in there.
That's a big project, but I think like if you just do that in one day, it'll
It would
change
feel
like
so good.
you pull into your garage every single day, and so to
Yeah.
have that space cleaned up like would just be life-changing in a really
Feels
like
so
small but I think influential way.
I think so too. I already know once I do it, I'm going to be like, why didn't I do that 7 years ago?
You guys, Lexi literally has like my old license plate from my old car that I crashed hanging in her garage, and it's just never
We were
moved.
so confused. She got in a car accident when she was back for a wedding that I was in like 4 summers ago.
Like
almost 5.
2020, 2021?
Yeah. And then probably like a year later, she was visiting again, and we pull into my garage and we're sitting there talking before we get out of the car. And she goes, "Why is my license plate sitting in your garage?" And I said, "You know what? I always wondered whose that was. I felt like I couldn't get rid of it."
So you just have things that have been sitting there for like 5 years.
It's probably
Kinda,
still sitting there too.
oh, I think I saw it last time I was at your house last month. I think it was there.
Yeah. So what about you? Do you have anything that rivals that beast?
I didn't think about this till now, but I think my garage could use like a slight decluttering, like what garage couldn't. But my big thing that I want to tackle is shoes. I get rid of clothes quarterly, but I always keep all of my shoes because they kind of always fit. Like unless they're like destroyed, it's hard to get rid of them, right? So I'm just piling them up, and I just really need to make decisions on them because they take up a lot of freaking space, man.
I'm adding another thing to my list now because abso-fucking-lutely. I have shoes in my entryway closet. I have shoes by my back door. I have shoes in this closet. And I rotate like 4 pairs of shoes per season. So why?
That's
why do I have
saying.
hundreds? Yeah, they are hard to get rid of because they're kind of expensive. I don't go cheap with my shoes because they need to be comfortable.
Yeah, and they work great. They still work.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
These shoes work really good.
These shoes are amazing. I think I have a pair of all black Vans from like 2016 still.
I know. And I always hold on to like a couple that I'm like, well, if I paint or I'm doing something dirty, I can use these. And that pile just gets bigger. It's like, dude, you need one. And like, that's a big maybe if you're even going to wear them. So
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's true. Even my clothes that I'm like, oh, this will be good to paint in or do work around the house. You don't need a whole stack of clothes for that.
No, and I never use them.
Yeah. I just keep ruining my good clothes.
Yeah. And add them to the pile. So
yeah, exactly. That's a good one. Shoes.
Are there any other items that like we irrationally hold on to?
For me, and I don't know, some people might be like, oh, that's sentimental. That's not irrational. But cards that people give me, I have so many cards. And it's like, at what point do I stop filling up this drawer that I have with all these cards? Granted, I could probably get like some sort of storage box to put it in. But also, how often do I look through them? And I don't know. I can't get rid of them, though.
That's a tough one. I get rid of mine, but now that you're like saying that you hold on to them, I have like gone through old ones from like my grandmas and grandpas in the past, and they did kind of go through them, but not really until someone died or they were downsizing their house. Do you actually like look at them? So I don't know. It just depends, but I don't hold on to mine.
Or will I want to look at them someday is what I always think about. Someday will I wish or be glad that I kept these.
I think you just keep the really meaningful ones that have a nice message that will actually like make you feel something in the future. If it's just like happy birthday.
Yeah.
Cool.
I also, and I know you kind of had this as an example, but I keep every cord, every adapter for electronics that I've ever and they go out of style too, right? Like, look at our Apple. I just got a new phone and now all of my chargers are irrelevant.
Really? The new ones are not the same one that I have?
You plug in the USB-C to the phone.
I don't know the names of them.
I have like this basket that I throw all my random electronic cords in, and the variety is insane. I still why can't I get rid of an HDMI adapter? Like, I don't need it anymore. You know what I mean? I need to go through and just throw out. Why does it feel so wrong to throw out anything electronic?
HDMI would be a good one to hold on to, but I have the same thing. Cords. I have a bag of cords in my junk drawer in a bag, and I went through them, and there's like 10 of the same cord of like 5 different kinds of cords too. And like even my old Fitbit charger and things like that, and it's like that will never be relevant ever again because it's like a weird shaped magnetic thing. Like, ditch it. But I'm the same way. I feel like you're gonna need that cord the minute that you toss it.
What else?
Earrings and jewelry, I really suck at getting rid of because I feel like style comes back and like they're so small that it's something I feel like isn't a big deal to hold on to. However, I have like a stand that you plug your little earrings into, and it's completely full, and I literally don't wear any of them ever.
Yeah.
But I'm like nervous to throw them away because if they're kind of like basic and gold, if I have like a gala or whatever, like then I'll have a nice fancy pair to wear. What?
If I have a gala or whatever.
Like
remember,
I have a awards.
No, when you were staying here last, you were arguing that it was gala.
I think it's interchangeable. It's like data and data. Gala.
Okay, but what a strange thing for you to throw out there anyways. Regardless of how you pronounce it.
Why it's relevant is I was invited to a gala last weekend. Didn't go, but I was invited to a gala last weekend, and I actually have like a stage awards ceremony this week in Dallas, Texas. So there are 2 weeks in a row where like I would need a fancy pair of earrings.
Okay, so
literally
it is
like
relevant
one
for
finger
you.
type of stuff. But yeah, I really struggle with getting rid of them, but I literally haven't worn any of them. So
that is so true. I don't wear a ton of earrings, but for rings, even when they're like worn out, I still have this jar I just keep a bunch of rings in. And why? I wear the same ones every day. When I stop wearing them, I should just throw them.
Yeah, your jar of rings. Who
My
do
jar
you
of hearts.
think you are?
I saw a TikTok today where they're like, point of view, it's 2012 and you're alone. And then all of a sudden you hear like the Apple photo booth like countdown, and it's just her recording herself singing that song while she's alone.
I also saw that like yesterday or today. So our algorithm is aligned.
A lot alike.
But it wasn't relevant to me, I don't think. I think we were a little too
because
old.
that song came out when we were actually in college, but I almost sent it to Emily because that was her alone in her room in our apartment. She loved that song and she would sing it all the time.
And
she loved to be sad.
Okay, off topic, but I've recently like had conversations with people that like they like love to be sad and feel things, and I didn't realize that like those people exist.
That's her. She always said like, I like to be sad, I like to feel it so I can just like move past it then, which is actually probably the mature way to handle it, rather than be like, I'm gonna sidetrack myself from actually feeling this pain and whatever. Like I get there's probably a healthy balance, but it makes sense now. But back then I was like, dude, she went through like the breakup of like her first love, and she was like, trust me, I have this sad playlist. I want to go sit by myself in my room. I want to listen to these songs, feel sorry for myself. That's what I want to do. So I would like go and get her Cold Stone and just like bring it to her and be like, I hope like, I know you want to be sad, but here's some ice cream to eat while you do it.
Yeah, that is funny.
Actually.
It's a great, I think that I think if you can move past it, that's great. But like, I feel like I struggle with that because I would like sit in that too long and I'll be afraid that I can't get out of it. The people I'm talking about, they're like, I listen to this song when I walk in the rain and listen to this song because like I like to be dramatic type of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like I love to feel
the
that.
main character moment.
Feel something.
Yeah.
Like, quote unquote is what they've said.
Mm-hmm.
No right or wrong ways. Just an observation.
Just some weird ways.
Anyways, I don't know how that was part of this, but
it's a part of decluttering the mind and soul, maybe.
True. But back to like the physical decluttering, what are some satisfying things that make you feel good after they're done?
Nothing makes my house feel refreshed like mopping. I love a clean mopped floor. I love the way it like makes the house smell great, but also like the way your feet feel on a clean floor. It's my favorite.
That's a good one. And it does when you walk in a room and like the air feels cleaner.
Yeah. It changes a lot. It changes a lot. And it's something that you don't realize like it needed to be done until after it's done. It just makes such an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also my closet, when I do have all my clothes hung up and organized like it should be, the feeling of going in the very first next day and going to pick out your outfit and everything's exactly where it's supposed to be, it just like feels so right,
You
you
feel like
know?
Snow White, like
Yeah.
la
I'm
la
just like,
la 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 la.
oh, I want this shirt. I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
As opposed to me being like, what the fuck? I knew I had this in this laundry basket in the corner. Where is it?
Or you're rummaging, like, yeah, through like 5 shirts to find something.
Probably running super behind too, sweating a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's satisfying for you?
Cabinets, drawers under the sink. I love when I open it and everything is in a place. And
yeah.
that for me is like the hardest to sit down and do because, again, I'm taking out the whole thing. I'm going through item by item because if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it like full on. I can't half-ass clean. And that's like the problem I have is like I don't half-ass clean. So
I hate that I'm all or nothing, like you said. And I hate that I always decide to start the projects late at night. Ooh. I don't know why, but I'll start it and all of a sudden I can't shut it off then. That's just how my ADD works. When it's on, it's on. And so I'm up till like 4 a.m, just like being like, I have to finish this. And if I don't, I can't jump back in easily. And that sucks too.
Yes, I've learned to like literally just get up, get some clothes on that you can clean in, and also put on your shoes. Do you know this ADHD hack?
What?
Like, don't take off your shoes for the day until you're absolutely done with everything. Like, if you're around your house doing work and you want to get stuff done, put your shoes on and keep them on. And as soon as you take your shoes off, it's like a signal to relax and sit down. So I heard this and I didn't realize like that I was doing that, but when I heard it, it like reinforced it. And now I pay attention to it and make sure not to, but it's so true.
I love that. I also heard recently for ADD people, when you have something in your hands, in your head, say, don't put it down, put it away.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes my brain just starts, again, my little kitchen table that I actually have in the kitchen, I'll start just like putting things on there, being like, I'm going to put all this away later. And then it gets out of hand.
My husband holds me accountable. Yeah. But if I do the same thing as you, like if he's out of town or he's gone for the day, I will see little things that I've set around that if he was home would not be sitting there because he would have gone and like set it somewhere. And I don't realize I do it.
Yeah. That's true balance right there.
Yeah. And I don't realize he's either doing it or before he gets home, I'll like run around and put all these random things back where they're supposed to go really quick. But doing it as I go is not my strong suit. I try.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it takes work. It takes more work for us to be clean, I feel like, in that way.
Right. I agree. Do you have any other bad habits when it comes to that?
Not really. I mean, sometimes I'll leave laundry in the dryer for like 2 days. But
because again, it's out of sight, out of mind, kind of. It's not out there and in the way.
I mean, it's bad. Out of sight, out of mind. Again, even like the refrigerator, terrible habit. Like Kurt will put stuff away in like different drawers in the refrigerator. And if I don't see it out in front or know where it is, it does not exist. And I always have to say like, well, I didn't know that we had that. So I bought another one. Or it's a really bad, it's like terrible. And it's just, I don't know. It's something in my mind I can't change. Do you ever get that with your fridge?
Yeah, and I also leave food in there for too long too because in my mind I'm like, I need to take that out when I take the trash out, and if I forget it, it will stay in there for another week until the next trash comes out. Especially in the summer, like you don't want like meat and stuff in the heated outdoor garbage for a week. So I did a purge last night and I was disgusted with myself. I was like, this is from 2 weeks ago. That's fucking bad. It was gross. Yeah. Ugh. But what are some other things that we never clean but probably should?
Blinds. My blinds. They're terrible. Yeah. I don't even know how to clean blinds. So if you guys know how, let me know because that's a freaking undertaking. And like, I feel like if I were to use a duster and clean them all, like the dust gets over everything else. I don't know. Is there a way to do this?
I don't know about blinds, but I do know like one of my things is ceiling fans. And I saw on TikTok that if you take a pillowcase and like put it around the blade and pull everything, then the dust will stay inside the pillowcase instead of going all over
Yeah.
the floor, the bed, whatever's underneath it.
Do you ever
So,
clean a whole room and then realize that the ceiling fan's dirty?
oh,
And
nothing
then
pisses me off more.
it gets dust. Like, and then I do it, but it
Yeah.
gets everything dusty again.
Oh, like in my bedroom, that always happens. I clean everything that's at eye level. I have new sheets on the bed, and then I lay down in the bed and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, like I thought this was perfect. And then I looked
So
up.
that's where the pillowcase is clutch.
But then you're in the mood, so you have to do it then, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it works. And then you can just like obviously empty it, but throw it in the wash and it's good to go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
For me, it's my walls.
Mm.
Especially since like I have a Great Dane. I don't know how the hell he gets slobber in certain places. I'll be like laying in bed and looking at the ceiling and it will be on my ceiling. And so it's something I probably clean a little more often than people that don't actively have dog drool spraying all over the walls.
Facts.
But every time I do it, I'm like, oh yeah, walls get dirty. When like people probably need to scrub them more than they actually do.
Yeah. Or I sometimes, yeah, I'll walk in a room and I'll see like if the light's hitting it right, there's like it's dusty. And I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, are all my walls like this? This is horrible.
Yeah. I've seen people on TikTok literally just take their Swiffer and do the wall with their Swiffer.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Why not?
We have
it's
old
better than
homes.
nothing.
We both have really old homes, so I feel like
Yeah.
we deal with dust more than some people.
Right. It's true. And I have a wood burning fireplace that have a lot of fires in, and I just feel like the dust is way worse when
Oh, for
especially
sure.
in the winter when all the ash and stuff gets out of hand. Oh yeah, another tip that everyone has to do, and if they don't, what are you doing? Just blare music. Blare music and clean. I find
Podcast.
myself like dancing while I'm cleaning. It makes it go by way faster.
Hey everyone, turn this. Why don't you start spring cleaning right now while you're listening to this?
Yeah. What are you doing? Get up, you lazy POS.
Hey Alexa, play Wait You're Mad. It works. I've tried it.
Fortunately, my Alexa's unplugged right now, otherwise.
Maybe we just got some to shoot off. Maybe we just got one to go
Yeah.
off.
Let us know if your Alexa heard us loud and clear.
All right, I have a little would you rather game. Let's call it a game. It's just some would you rather questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can take turns. Would you rather declutter your closet or deep clean your fridge?
Declutter my closet. We kind of already went over this, but the closet has more of an impact on my everyday life. And so it's a little more satisfying for me. And again, out of sight, out of mind. Expired food just grosses me out so much.
Yeah, I agree. I think doing like dishes and fridge stuff really grosses me out. So I would rather physically do the decluttering of my closet, but I don't know, like the after effect of cleaning the fridge is really nice. And that's kind of day to day too. But I'd rather physically declutter my closet. I don't want to do the clean at my fridge.
Okay, what about vacuuming the whole house or scrubbing the bathrooms?
I have never once touched our vacuum in our house. Once. I've never touched
You're
it.
so lucky.
I don't know. I don't like to vacuum, I guess. I don't know. I would rather scrub the bathroom, but also that job sucks so bad. But I do find myself like I did it this morning, just like on the sink and the toilet. Also, our shower is 2 glass like sliding doors, and when that is clean and your shower is clean, like there's nothing better. So I like the after effect of that. I feel like I get more out of it, so I don't mind doing that.
I'm on the same page as you. I don't know. It just like gets too tedious for me and stresses my brain out. So for me, it's easy to go in the bathroom and be like, I'm just going to fucking scrub everything.
I agree.
Everything's getting scrubbed. It's mindless work.
Although it's
so
dirtier,
I would rather do that.
It's gross. Like I feel like I need a shower after I scrub.
Yeah.
The bath and stuff. So I will usually do it before I'm taking a shower and I'm like sweaty from the workout.
Sometimes I do it while I'm showering, honestly.
I'll do that with like my hands.
I'll spray down the whole shower and then I'll like get in there and scrub and like I usually have like a bucket where I'll rinse everything off. And
That's a hack, dude. That's a hack.
want to hear the most outrageous hack?
What?
So my bathroom in my basement, I have a walk-in shower that I use most of all there. And so in the summer and the nicer weather, I'll spray down the shower with the Lysol and I'll scrub it. The walkout door is right next to it. So I'll go outside, grab the hose, and rinse off the Lysol in the shower with the hose. And it's just so much easier.
That's great.
But it's just like always feels ridiculous, but it's so efficient.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
That's a great hack.
Something I figured out last year finally. And I was like, why haven't I been doing this the whole time? That's like the hardest part is rinsing off the cleaner once it's sat and been scrubbed.
Yes, and my like shower head doesn't like detach, so it's like just sitting there. Yeah, it's like getting the bottom, all this stuff to go down the drain.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what a terrible job.
Yeah, why were we even? Yeah, let's not talk about this anymore.
Why did we not pick vacuuming?
That's what I'm saying. Like we like the grosser version of that. Like vacuuming should be easier. For some reason, it's not my thing. I get really overstimulated by the sound too. Whatever, boring.
Yes. Okay, moving on.
Would you rather wash all your windows or dust every surface in your house? This one's easy as hell.
Wash my windows.
What?
Yes.
Oh, that's the worst job in the world.
But it's satisfying. And dusting, again, I get stressed out because I'm like, where's this dust going?
Oh,
I'm just like brushing it off of this and it's just going into the air.
Oh, I use like a mitt or like damp pack,
yeah,
you know.
Right. But I think part of it for me, and this applies for vacuuming too, when you're doing it, you just know that you're going to have to do it again in a few days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gets fucked up so fast. Whereas cleaning windows, you know it's going to stay clean for a while at least. Yeah, exactly. How often do we clean our windows?
Again,
like I'm able to be like, I'm doing this and I don't have to do it again for a long time.
Yeah, I just dust over lunch. Like my lunch break, I'll go eat lunch and I'll just dust, and I don't know, maybe once a week or so. And it's I try to make it like easy.
Yeah.
Lunch break is the best time for me to clean, honestly, because it's just like I'm already
in go productive mode. Yeah. All right. What about organizing your junk drawer or sorting through your email inbox?
The email thing, like even hearing that is, I try to do that like quarterly, at least a little bit. But it's not good. It's not good. And I don't like doing it. And it stresses me out. And I feel like I'm going to get like negative emails. So I like avoid it. I don't know why. What kind of negative emails would you get? But I don't know. So yeah, unsubscribing and all that stuff. I'd rather organize it. I'd rather do something physical because the mental part of the email inbox is like more daunting and more exhausting to me. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah, I said junk drawer too. It's just more satisfying, but that is where all my cards are right now. So
okay, would you rather fold and put away all of your laundry or wash all of your bedding, including comforters?
Wash my bedding. I love getting in a clean bed. I have like 3 sets of sheets and comforters, so I always have one on deck to switch. So when I'm pulling off dirty sheets, I already have clean ones to throw on there.
Nice.
And I like switching up the color and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just have a few different kinds, and they're all the same brand. They're all the Target, like,
Threshold.
What is that? No, the Casa.
Oh, Casa Luna.
Yeah. They're all that.
Like linen, right? Or do you have they have like linen and jersey ones?
I have both. So it kind of switched depending on the season and stuff, because jersey sheets are a lot better in the winter. And then I have some lighter breathing linen ones for the summer. And then they all like look at, I have so many of their like big poofy pillows too. They're so comfy. Yeah. I'm sitting on one too. I love that brand. It's expensive, but I love it.
It's Target though, so it's the higher end of Target, but it's still affordable.
They have some candles out now, and every single one smells amazing too.
I would rather do my laundry. I love having clean sheets. Actually, I literally right before I sat down, I put my sheets in the washer. I don't like making the bed. I don't like
Yeah.
not making the bed. I make my bed every morning. It's the putting that fitted sheet on, and like our
Yeah.
bed's in a weird spot where like it's hard to get on, and I get like a little hot and sweaty. So if I'm like clean, I don't want to do it. That sounds so stupid, but
I don't mind doing laundry and folding laundry. It's putting it away that I don't like doing.
I make myself do it within 24 hours. That's my rule.
See, and I should, but I don't. And then that's when I have folded clean laundry on the guest bed that's just been sitting there. And then bro ends up getting up on the bed and screwing it all up. And then I end up re-washing a lot of it. And
Oh no.
it's an endless cycle. I know it's bad. Laundry and I have a complicated relationship.
Yeah. Well, what's that song? I'm too messy and I'm too fucking clean. Something about folding laundry is in there, I think. I don't know where.
I think every girl resonates with that song in their own special way.
Right? I'm really messy in a lot of ways and really clean in a lot of ways. So it just depends on the day, time, and task.
Exactly. What about with the would you rather? I'm realizing how many of the tasks that I hate doing, it's just because it's a mental thing.
Absolutely.
I'm like, my brain can't handle that. Jeez,
and when it needs to be done isn't necessarily when you want to do it. And that's the problem.
Yeah. But let's get into decluttering mental space for spring cleaning.
For digital decluttering, do you clean up like your social, your emails, your camera roll? Do you have a process of this at all?
Okay. Can I just start by asking, how many emails do you currently have? Like if you pull up your home screen, how many does it say you have?
I think I don't have any because I made sure that it doesn't do that. But my calls and my texts are pretty bad. I don't know if you can see this. My texts are at 400.
Oh yeah, you're the text girl that doesn't open the text which I don't understand.
My missed calls are at 18 and my unopened texts are at 426.
That's insane to me. I have to click through my texts even if I don't respond.
Well, it's like a flag to me. Like when it's blue, it's like a flag to me, like my email box where it's like, oh, remember to get back to this.
But you obviously don't.
But
good justification, but you don't actually do it. I'm at 637 for my inbox, but that's pretty good for me. I don't open a lot of my emails that come to my personal inbox.
Unless you're like looking for something in particular, I barely ever check my like Gmail non-work account. Right,
Gmail non-working. I will not log off until I get through all my emails on like in a day of work.
Mm-hmm.
But how many like pictures do you have?
I have 6,000 screenshots, which is horrible. I think that's like where my problems lie. So in my albums, it looks like I have 17,265 things total. I would assume you have to have more than me.
Oh, for fucking sure. It's splitting it up, but it says I have like 2,829 videos, 9,583 live photos, over 3,000 portrait.
I have 850 live. Hold on. Okay, so let's do this quick.
Over 3,000 screenshots.
I have 6,000 screenshots. So I think most of my phone, this is what I wanted to talk about. Like, I don't need any of these screenshots. I could just get rid of 6,000 right now. Should I just do it?
Fuck it up.
Like, what have I got to lose? Screenshots?
Seriously. I mean, you can always find it again.
Well, and it's like, if I see like a cool TikTok or a cool Pinterest, I'll like screenshot it. Girl, you're not going back to look at them. Like, that's hilarious that I think that I will.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna wish I had this someday.
All right, I'm deleting all my screenshots right now. Oh my God. Okay, let's go.
Wow, you're so grown. Oh, so yeah, obviously I can give you a big fat no, I don't do a good job at that.
Does anybody out there have a good process for this? Because I want to be better at it because I just feel like it's overwhelming. But But I do try to clean out like my Gmail inbox like quarterly if I remember to do it. Just unsubscribing from stuff because nowadays you're signed up for all these text messages from these companies and all of these emails that you didn't subscribe to or really want just because you purchased something one time. And I think that's why I feel like it's gotten so out of control.
Same. Even the amount of text messages, they're like, oh, sign up for email and we'll give you 20% off. And then you do, and they're like, give us your phone number too.
Yes. And then I'm constantly getting texts of that. And that's probably why my text messages are unread too, because I'm getting crap like that all the time. And I've been getting a lot of weird text messages lately too from like scammers.
Phishing. A lot of phishing has been going on, both work and personally. I mean, today I got a text of them saying like, someone saying that I have an outstanding toll, and I know I don't.
Those are like the newest scam I heard.
Yeah.
But I've gotten a bunch of them too.
Yeah.
Pay your fast toll or whatever. So yeah, I need to just go and like report all of them to junk and like not deal with that anymore. And then like social media, I want to make a goal to do this in the next couple weeks. Just like decluttering and muting some accounts that maybe I don't need to have pop up, like shopping things, like companies that make me want to buy stuff or
that's a good spring cleaning goal. Like spring clean out some bad habits there.
Yeah. So
one bad habit.
Make it like a feed that like caters to you and like maybe more like positive mental health type of stuff. I think I want to work on doing something like that. Because I feel like nowadays, like, I don't know if nobody really goes on Facebook or anything ever anymore, but it's because it's all companies and ads. Like none of it's even people anymore.
Their algorithm is so weird now. Like I didn't sign up for any of the shit on my feed.
Yeah.
It's not even people I know anymore.
Or even like the TikTok sales stuff is so strange. Every other thing is an ad or a sponsored thing. And it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I need it. Yeah. I don't think we can get rid of that. But
I feel like I've actually taken a step back. I really am not on it that much. When I scroll, it's usually TikTok reels, which are a nice mental break for me sometimes. But I really haven't been like scrolling Instagram, posting as much. I've just been kind of trying to live more in the moment. I want to give myself more grace and practice gratitude more. Like I have a lot to be thankful for. So for me, that's not being, it's better for me not to be on social media and compare at all. I feel like I'm on Wait You're Mad social media more than I'm on my own social media lately, which is probably fine.
Mine's always on Wait You're Mad. And if you get like weird likes that from Wait You're Mad, it's probably that I think I'm on my name. So
that's hilarious.
Doom scrolling, you said that you're not as bad as you used to be. I feel like I'm worse than ever. I don't know why or how, but I agree. It kind of like puts off doing something more productive, like reading or, working on something different. So one thing that I want to do that actually started today was, I don't know how, I've had this book sitting around for a while, and I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's called The Artist's Way. And it's a book that's a 12-week course that helps people unlock creativity in their lives, whether it's like at work or art or just in life. And I think how it related to like mental health or mental decluttering for me is it helps you like get out of your own way, whether it's in work or art or whatever. So basically what it consists of is like you write 3 morning pages every morning. So I don't know how the morning's going to work for me. I'm just going to try to get it done at any time of the day. I can't be that strict. And you just write, and like there's no filter, no stopping, no editing. You just write 3 pages full of like whatever your mental stream of consciousness is. Okay. So it's just getting out of your way. And then another thing is the artist's date. So a weekly solo activity that is for the purpose of indulging in a sense of fun. So there's no agenda. It's just like making sure that you're like engaging in play of some sort. So it could be like baking muffins on a Saturday morning or taking yourself to museums. So it's things that I feel like we do already, but it's like being intentional about it and doing that. So I will keep you updated. I feel like, again, I've been such an overthinker and I need to just get rid of things in my mind. And so I felt like this was a good journey to take.
Yeah, I love that. And it goes back to our goals of being intentional this year that we set way back at the beginning of 2025. Why does it already feel like so long ago?
I know.
It's only been a couple months, but
So
I love that.
hopefully with it being like lighter out earlier in the morning, I can get up and like kind of do some movement and stuff like that, and that'll be good. I just saw a TikTok video. Speaking of doom scrolling, I saw a TikTok video yesterday, and a lot of people are talking about it. And for some reason, it just kept coming up on my feed. So I just wanted to bring it up because I'm sure other people are seeing it too. Literally, it was called Friendship Spring Cleaning, and so I had to incorporate it into this, do the spring cleaning. But basically, there was a video about quiet quitting friendships, and basically, it's like it's what happens when your friendships are fade because like you're realizing you're not prioritizing each other anymore, and how the situation is so weird because it's not like you're ending it like a romantic relationship, but it's never really truly over. So I don't know. I just thought that was such an interesting concept to bring up during spring cleaning because it's kind of in that, but I think we've all experienced that.
Yeah, I think that goes for any relationship. It could be family too, you know, but if it's feeling one-sided, I think it's always good to check in on that. And I don't know, I've kind of wrapped my head around when there's a quiet quitting with a friendship or something like that, that doesn't mean there has to be hard feelings involved, right? You both just have different priorities now. It doesn't take away what happened in the past. It's just unfortunate that you grew into different directions, but it doesn't mean that there has to be a negative ending to it, you know?
Yeah.
And it is kind of weird just to drift, but just accepting that you're just in two different places, I think that is healthy. I do think that's fine. Everything doesn't need like closure, even though like as humans, we love closure. We love having that. Sometimes there just isn't that. There's no like answer or pinpoint of like why this happened or how this happened. But I do think it's healthy to call it spring cleaning, like it's happening during a specific time of year or something is a little.
But it's like when people are coming out again and like doing more things with friends and seeing each other.
It's true. So you're kind of figuring it out around this time of year. Like, who am I going to be really riding with all summer?
Yeah, or just reflecting on it. But I don't know. I just saw that and I just thought I'd add it in to talk about because I thought it was an interesting concept that like, especially women, all women can relate to that.
Well, yeah, and if you're leaving interactions with them feeling like more drained than like fulfilled, that's a big sign. And obviously, I mean, with our goals of being intentional with our time and our well-being, we don't got time for that. You really don't.
And everybody has different expectations of friendships, and that's okay. But yeah, we don't get that closure that you do in a relationship because it's not like you have to end one to get into another one. So you just don't have that. But it's essentially still like a breakup in a way, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, you feel that shit. It's sad.
Yeah, yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, that was fun. Positivity. No, that was fun. Let's move on to spring cleaning for the body. Anything that you wanted to bring up in this aspect?
I am just at the point where my spring break plans consist of visiting my parents in Arizona. So I'm just going to get a head start on that active summer that I've been looking for.
So for like the body portion, I guess, kind of similar. I LOL'd at my winter walks goal because I think I went on 3, which is 3 more than last year.
Yeah, you did it. I didn't do one.
That's good. So. But yeah, I just want to like find ways to get more like organic movement in rather than like going to a gym and working out. I used to go to a gym. I hate going to the gym. It's not the workout part that I dislike, but I just don't like the sounds and the space and the whole gym culture thing is just not my thing. And I felt like I was forcing myself to go every single time. And it's like, you're not going to enjoy it, then don't do it. So I'm trying to find more organic ways, like just hopping around the house, cleaning, doing things like that, or even just taking a walk and listening to a podcast or my book or whatever. But finding ways to intentionally move is a huge goal of mine. And then I want to bring up like spring foods because I feel like, again, like you said, things get more fresh in the spring. However, like spring seasonal vegetables are kind of like carrots, peas, cabbage, asparagus, radishes, like kind of like if you think of like what a rabbit would eat essentially, I think.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to try to incorporate a few more than normally, but like I do love asparagus. Carrots I could probably eat more of. Rhubarb, like that's an interesting one. Maybe I can try to eat that one.
I love rhubarb, but I only know how to eat it in like really unhealthy forms.
Stick it in sugar and eat it. Do
Yeah,
that?
or no, I've never done that. Like it's always in like a crisp or a pie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or a bread.
Yeah, you need the
So,
sweetness to balance out that sour for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. And then so I want to incorporate maybe some of those because that was my goal is to live seasonally. So I'm gonna try.
Oh yeah. And so Easter Bunny vibes. Eating out has been out of control lately. And I need to note that in our last episode, we were talking about Poncheros and how much I like their tofu. I got it last night and they changed their tofu. Don't do it. I don't like it. They changed it. Now they have like a ground up one and it just has a different taste and it's not good anymore. And I was like, damn it. I literally just talked about this last
week.
Just
told the world to try it.
Yeah. So don't do it.
I really need to prioritize putting together an herb garden this year. Last year I threw like 3 herbs into a bucket of soil essentially and was like, great, this will do. I didn't take the time to pick out ones that I really liked. I just didn't do it well. And so I just need to take the time to do that because I want the basics. Rosemary, thyme, dill is a huge one.
Yeah. Keep me accountable on that too. I've been saying I want to do that for a while.
It's so easy. Like, why don't we spend
so much dill? Like, in all of my, I love.
We know what you're using it for.
Did you get my Snapchat that I was watching the Amanda show?
No.
Last night I was watching the Amanda show from Nickelodeon and I was like, this is me. And it's the girls' room, like skit where it's all the girls and they're like showing what's going on inside of their minds. And it gets to Debbie and she's just like, I like eggs.
I like eggs.
I recorded it and I was like, why is that me though?
It's so funny. I remember that perfectly because I thought it was so funny back in the day. I like eggs.
I like eggs.
That's you. That's our girl. That's our girl, Lex.
There I am. But yeah, love everything you just said, especially about the gym too. I want weightlifting to just be a small part of my fitness. And that's just to make it so I can do like volleyball and stuff without getting injured. But I want to supplement it with just being active as well. So like 3 days in the week at the gym maybe. And really I'm finding I can get in and out in less than an hour. I don't need to spend hours there. And that's how I'd prefer it, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's a big goal of mine too. And yeah, make sure I plant that dill.
Get it for that egg Sally.
Dill daddy for that egg Sally.
Nice. Well, yeah, let's wrap it up. I mean, I think, gosh, that went really fast. I don't know how we just talked about spring cleaning for an hour.
Yeah, we're like, we'll see how this goes. And then we didn't shut the hell up.
That's us. That's us.
Here we are.
I'll let you know how the Artist Way goes. I think we're going to take a little bit of a spring break here. Next week, I'm headed to Dallas for a week. And then shortly after that, I'm going to meet my brother for another trip. And Lexi, you're leaving soon too.
Yeah, a little over a week. I'll be heading to Arizona for a couple weeks. And then when I get back, I go to Atlanta for work. So it's just going to be chaos for us. And I think in the spirit of spring cleaning the mind, body, and soul, it will be a little good for us to clear off our schedules just a tad bit. Yeah, spring break 2025. Woo woo. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in, and follow us for new episodes on Wednesdays on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, although I think there'll be like 2 or 3 weeks here where we won't have an episode, but this is a great time for you guys to catch up. Yeah. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Wait You're Mad so that you know when we're back in action. See you soon. Bye. Bye.